Hi Cancer, welcome back to my channel Tarot C. I am Z and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what are the messages with the cards that come out in this reading for you today. Thank you so much for joining and for being here for the reading. So let's begin. Let's find out what cards come out and what messages come through with the cards that come out in this reading today. So the first card we have is the Hermit in the reverse. We have some Virgo energy with this. You could be dealing with a Virgo. We have the Ace of Wands. And we've got the Eight of Wands. And at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Two of Cups. So there's Two of Cups showing up over here. This does look like an energy of a relationship or an energy of being able to work with someone who could be a really good friend. I do feel like there's a strong connection over here. And there does seem to be a sense of having a very mutual energy between the two of you within this connection. So I do feel like a very strong emotional connection that is reciprocated between the two of you. I do feel like with the Two of Cups, this also feels like an energy of having a lot in common or being able to have that sense of compatibility where a lot of things between the two of you line up. I do feel like with the Hermit in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of someone who's in a space where I do feel like there is a sense of a desire for being able to spend more time with you. There's a sense of wanting to be able to get more, a sense of being able to get more time with you, a sense of getting closer with you. I do feel like there could actually be a sense of this person being in a space where they feel quite lonely without you or in your absence. With the Hermits in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of someone who's in a space where I do feel like they could actually be in a space where they really are thinking a lot about your connection and about you. And I do feel like within that contemplation, it does feel like it's leading to feelings of kind of missing you. I do feel like with the Ace of Wands showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of a new beginning, a fresh start within a connection. I do feel like when it comes to somebody in your life right now, this may be a fairly new connection. And I do feel like there's a strong spark between the two of you, especially when it comes to your initial meetup. It could be an instant kind of a connection or chemistry between you that you feel with this person. I do feel like with the Ace of Wands, this feels like an energy of also being able to have and create a sense of building a connection with someone. And I do feel like when it comes to getting to a place that you want to get to in a connection, it's like you're mutually building that with this person. I do feel like with the Eight of Wands showing up over here, this feels like communication. I do feel like there's a sense of somebody wanting to be able to either reach out or somebody kind of making communication or making contact, kind of sending messages. With the Eight of Wands, this feels like communication happening quite quickly as well. So it could feel like it's happening quite quickly or it could be unexpected. I do feel like with the Eight of Wands showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of also opportunity. So you do feel like kind of being contacted, it's as a way of being able to have some kind of an opportunity presented to you from someone. So I'm going to clarify these cards. We've got the Six of Swords. Sorry, the Six of Wands. The Six of Swords, yes. And then we've got the Seven of Pentacles. And we have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. And at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Page of Cups. This Page of Cups showing up here at the bottom of the deck does feel like a pretty romantic energy, especially when it comes to the way in which somebody is feeling. I do feel like they have a sense of wanting to be able to actually showcase or be able to express that from a place that feels quite affectionate. I do feel like it's also a romantic energy, but there's definitely a sense of someone being in their feelings in this connection with you. This person has strong feelings. I also feel that this person is in a space where it's like they're following their hearts in this connection. I do feel like with the Page of Cups, this also feels like a bit of a crush that somebody has in this connection with you. And I do feel like the person being in a space where it's like they're not holding that in, or they can't hold it in any longer. With this Six of Swords showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of making a transition from a difficult space that a person is in to being able to get to a place that feels more stable, a place that feels better. And I do feel like with the Hermits in the reverse, this does feel like a little bit of a overwhelming energy, especially because it does feel like a sense of someone feeling a bit isolated, or feeling as though they're wanting more of you, they're wanting to spend time with you. There's a sense of missing you or being in isolation. And the Six of Swords showing up over here, it does feel like an energy of being able to have a sense of moving towards a calmer and more stable place in this connection, especially within this person and when it comes to the way this connection is making them feel. I do feel like with the Six of Swords, this also feels like an energy of a move. So there could also be a move on the horizon that's also kind of allowing for things to be a lot better within this connection. So I do feel like it's a purposeful move, but I do feel like there could be a sense of someone kind of making a move in this connection and that working out a lot better than what they may have hoped, what they may have thought or feared. I do feel like with the Seven of Pentacles showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of putting in the work, putting in effort. I do feel like within a connection, this connection does feel like one that has your attention. I do feel like with the Seven of Pentacles showing up over here, this feels like an energy of being in a space where when it comes to being able to actually to be able to build a strong connection, I do feel like there's a sense of recognizing the effort it'll take and being ready to put it in. I do feel like with the Seven of Pentacles showing up over here, this feels like a connection that will require work to be able to make it work. I do feel like with the Seven of Pentacles, this feels like an energy of being ready to put that into making things work, especially when it comes to creating this connection that you envision or want out of this connection. And do you feel like there's a sense of being able to actually create love as opposed to just kind of expecting things to just fall into place? This feels like a very intentional energy. I do feel like with the Seven of Pentacles, it also feels like having a lot of care and being quite careful with someone. And I do feel like when it comes to the person you're dealing with, they are someone who's also in a space where they may be quite cautious with this connection, but I also feel that there's a sense of being careful in the way you're moving in this connection with this person. And I do feel like it's also something that this person needs with that Hermit in the reverse. But I do feel like this connection feels like one that is growing steadily, but it does feel like it is building something strong to be able to kind of have as a foundation your connection between the two of you. And the Seven of Swords showing up in the reverse, it feels like an energy of being able to hear what somebody is thinking or where they are at. And I do feel like it is something that is quite big when it comes to them being able to let that out, be able to express that. And with the Seven of Swords in the reverse, this feels like an energy of a confession, or somebody kind of being able to bring to light a lot that they may have held in. And I do feel like there's a sense of being able to experience a lot more truth to this connection when it comes to being able to hear where someone stands with you, and even what somebody may have been holding back within this connection. I do feel like with that Eight of Wands, there's definitely communication here. So I'm going to clarify these cards. You've got the Wedding card. And we have the Flirt card. And we have the Children card. So the Wedding card showing up over here, this does feel like making a transition and a connection towards something more serious, especially within this connection because of the Six of Swords. It feels like an energy of being able to get to a more stable place within this connection. I also feel like that's also kind of bringing peace of mind to a connection, being able to have that stability. I do feel like with the Wedding card showing up over here, this also feels like an energy of making things more so committed to another level, being able to really be able to focus on being more serious and taking the commitment seriously. So I feel like there could be a sense of wanting to be able to double down on being exclusive and kind of making that step. And I do feel like with the Six of Swords, this connection is kind of experiencing that shift. And I do feel like it's a shift for the better, and also being able to have the worst be behind you in this connection. Do you feel like with the Six of Swords, it's like moving away from an energy that feels uncertain, it feels unstable, feels chaotic, and being able to get to a place where it feels more so stable, feels more so calm, and even harmonious. And with the Wedding card showing up over here, it does feel like an energy of being able to experience that happily ever after experience in this connection that you may be after, and that this person may be wanting to be able to offer you. You do feel like with this Seven of Swords in the reverse, this feels like big news coming towards you from this person. And I do feel like it's something that may be kind of surprising, but I do feel like it is something that is exciting with that Eight of Wands. With the flirt card show up over here, I'm getting this pertaining to Page of Cups. With this Page of Cups, this definitely feels like having feelings and being in a space where there's a confidence to be able to kind of express that in a way that is romantic, in a way that is kind of lighthearted. And I do feel like this does feel like an energy of dealing with someone who has feelings and wants to act upon them. I do feel like with this Page of Cups, this feels like a romantic energy. So I do feel like the way in which the banter between the two of you is also something that you're able to feel, and you can sense that this person is interested. I do feel like with the flirt card showing up over here, and this Ace of Wands also showing up over here, this feels like an energy of being able to have and experience the start of a connection with a strong spark, but being able to really experience a very light-hearted initial beginning. I do feel like with this children card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of you could be dealing with someone who has children or somebody who wants children. Or I do feel like even if you're somebody who has children, there's a sense of having children being a part of your connection and being something that somebody is kind of integrating in this connection with you in a way that's harmonious, in a way that's going to also feel like it is a sense of them being accepting and welcoming. I do feel like with the children card showing up over here, this feels like the sense of the children in your connection, or whether it is a desire to be able to have children or children that are already present within this connection on either side. This does feel like a sense of kind of being in a space where it's like you're prioritizing them, and they are kind of also a big part of, they're an area of focus in this connection right now. I do feel like there could be conversations about this, and I do feel like it's something quite important to the person you are dealing with, and it's also important to this connection. So those are the messages I'm getting with these cards for you, Cancer, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, Cancer.